welcome my Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. Welcome to your timeless true love timeline reading. I am your reader, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. Not bad, just spelled that way. I am a professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, author of 2 books, Spell Ingredients from a Professional Witch and Words of Grace from a Professional Witch. Words of Grace has a Kindle version available if you would like to preview it for free. There is a link in the description box, and you can see the table of contents that it's in chakra chapters predominantly, different graces for different chakras. It's really quite a lovely, lovely book, but the Kindle version, it's clean, it's pristine, it's, digital. But the original PDF, the Fellini Film Fest of Visual Chakra Spectrums of Color, is over on patreon.com/Drawing the Circle Productions. In our shop, we now have an online shop there. You can download that if you like. Some of my subscribers get both of those books, Words of Grace as well as Spell Ingredients, as part of their benefit package. Yeah, a little Mercury retrograde at the time of this recording. But all of my subscribers get 3 benefits in common. Number 1, they get a daily check-in with me pretty much every single morning. Just did one. And we chat about the day's astrological weather, the magical applications, the spiritual implications. When I send them an unlisted YouTube live stream links, they literally chat with me. The second benefit that they get is all the extended readings, past, present, and future. All the part 2s to the part 1s here on YouTube. They're all relationship-based, soul contract stuff. All the extendeds are timeless, and a lot of them run over an hour. So if you like detail, I'm your witch. And the third benefit that they get is an extensive discount on private sessions with me, spiritual counseling and readings. We'll talk about it at the end of the video if you want to hang around for that. We also have 2 7-day free trials running for Seeker and Human, the first 2 levels of subscription. You can check us out for a week for free, but I will warn you, everyone who has done a free trial has stayed on as a subscriber, because we're doing some really cool, amazing stuff there, and they're getting a lot of exclusive content, particularly where I am in my life right now. Massive transitions going on. We just went to contract in a house up in Saratoga. I will be moving in the next month. Oh my goodness gracious. We go to closing. So, there's a lot going on. They're getting a lot of the behind the scenes stuff over there, as well as we're doing like workshops for different levels of subscription over there, Zoom recorded. So even if you jumped in now, you'd be able to see all that stuff. It's just really cool. So click the link, check it out, and come Patreon on Patreon with the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons, which you could just call me Mal. Hey, my Scorps, you 8th housers. I have so many Scorpios in my life. It's sort of ridiculous, but I love you all so much. I get your sense of humor most of the time, and you usually get mine. So let's get down to business. If you are new to the channel, we're going to give you some explanation before we dive into the divination. If you've heard it all before, feel free to jump ahead. What is the true love timeline? The true love timeline is the path of true love, your hero's journey, your healing journey, your spiritual awakening, ascension process, whatever you want to call it, through your relationships in this world, right? It's how a lot of our lessons are brought to us so that we can learn little by little by little to make the wisest, most loving, most empowered choices and decisions. That's, the heart, throat, third eye, crown stuff. There are chakras in this read big time, so that we can shift to a more truthful and loving timeline for our well-being. And if you think about it, for planet Earth itself, right? Let's talk about this. We're only doing 7 cards. This is a companion reading in a way to the Path of True Love reads with extendeds that I do. So simple timeline, past, present, and future. We're going to get 3 Daughters of the Moon Tarot, feminist deck, feminine energy, right? For the heart, third eye, crown dynamic, past, present, and future. And then we're going to get 3 Mythic Tarot for the masculine energy, the yang dynamic, the lower 3 chakras, root, sacrum, and solar plexus, our relationships in the physical world, including our relationship to ourselves and who we want to be in the physical world, self-esteem and all of that. And then we will end with a Matt Kahn healing mantra to help it heal, right? Because we are the common denominators in all of our relationships. So we shift a little all of our relationships shift a little because we shift to a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser, more truthful, more loving timeline, what I call the true love timeline. And cross-watchers, here's your opportunity to get some insight, understanding, sympathy, and empathy for the Scorpios you are cross-watching for, because they are mysterious. Like, I get it. I know. You know, the more that you, I don't know, apply what you see in the past, present, and future, maybe use that healing mantra. You will be healing. These mantras work. I've had them for quite a long time now. But holographically, you will be helping not just the Scorpio you are cross-watching for, but the entire Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs that are watching the video, drawn to the reading, right? So I guess that's enough explanation. Let's get to the divination. The shift from one to the other happens in the still point, a lovely little transformational 2-word spell my guides gave me. So let's do that as my pillows decide to Mercury retrograde around the dining room. Let's get into that still point. All you need is love and cats. Yep. Some drink at the fountain of knowledge, others just gargle. I swallow. Please take a nice deep breath. I know it just made a bunch of Scorpios laugh. Here we go. Breathe. Still point. Goddesses override. Using the Daughters of the Moon Tarot, I call upon my goddesses of water, the sign of Scorpio and powers of the West. Please, beloved goddesses of fixed water, 3 cards in clarity, simple timeline, past, present, future for the Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and their cross-watchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading. What's going on? Heart, third eye crown, dynamic, internal, feminine energy, goddess energy. In the past, where have the Scorpio collective been, right? The Scorpio collective and their cross-watchers been on the path of true love. Where are they now? The point of power is always in the present moment, so regardless of past or future, that's going to be key. And where are they headed? Should they make, to the best of their ability, the wisest, most loving, empowering, truthfully loving, empowering decisions in this timeless true love timeline read? Now we're going to get the 3 mythic tarot face down on top of that, and then we'll flip them over past, present, and future. Please take a nice deep breath. And these are new. These are not new rings, but the configuration is new, and they're being a little wiggly. Please take a nice deep breath. There's truth in love. Still point. God's override. As I call upon my gods of water, the sign of Scorpio, powers of the West, please, beloved gods of fixed water, 3 cards in clarity, face down, past, present, future, simple timeline for the Scorpio collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers watching this video and drawn to this reading. Where have they been in the true love timeline? Where are they now in the true love timeline? Where are they headed? Should they do their best, make the most wise, loving, empowered decisions in this timeless true love timeline? Okay, let's look. Let's see where you are. Well, we're off with a bang. When it's a major arcana card, for me, that means it's usually the union of those chakras. So on the inner, you got the death card, but the phoenix in the past, which means you've already been through this. Chances are you've already risen from this as a result of a page of wands. Now, I do not associate zodiacal correspondences to pages, because pages are messengers. They need not necessarily be people. They can be things, right? Like messengers bring messages, and this could have been incendiary. Now, if you just look at the amount of fire going on in this, definitely transformative, right? And, you know, it is the death card, the Scorpio card, but the Phoenix rising, right? She's in this white robe, right? Like an angel of fire, a human supernova, a solar super person. That's fair, Liz. So, whatever this was, it set you on fire on the inside, and maybe you delivered that message, or that message came to you. General Reed, what are you going to do? You'll know. I won't. Well, we're continuing with the theme of fire where you are right now, man. Good old-fashioned 8 of flames. Now, 8 of wands in traditional Rider-Waite-based tarot, right? Oh, things are moving quickly, maybe. In this card, however, it's called burnout. Now, there's so many different meanings to that word. This could literally mean internal burnout, right? But element of fire usually reads as throat chakra, right? So this could be about a rapid transformation. Fire is the element of transformation. You cannot unburn a cookie. You know what I'm saying? You can't unsmoke a cigarette, right? Once the element of fire comes in, it's not a state change, like from solid to liquid to gas, like, water vapor, water and ice. You can go back and forth. You can't go back on that. Sure, but think of with the wildfires going on the planet right now, this is like womp womp. But inside, it can be a rapid transformation, not just a motivation, but a power surging through you. And that might be the case because in the lower 3 chakras, you've got the Judgment card. Hermes as psychopomp, a guide of the souls. So, lower 3 chakra intuition right now is probably going to be really right on for you. Go with your gut, but also pay attention to your root and your solar plexus. Read my book, Words of Grace, or Anatomy of the Spirit by Caroline Mace, MYSS. She's a PhD, because something is being revealed here. Now, as a result of that page of wands in the past, whatever you went through, something has been revealed in the outside world. Now, again, major arcana card. Usually these are places in our lives, not literal necessarily, but like stages that we go through, right, in the major arcana. But this could be you from the outside looking in at yourself, or you from the inside looking out at people, places, relationships in the physical world. Let's see where you're headed. Oh, good. Oh, good. Well, we continue with the theme of fire here. You got a court card. When it's a court card on the inner, if you have any planets in the sign, have a look there. There might be a clue astrologically. But if you don't, this is the Aries card, Calafia, the maiden of flames. Calafia, the goddess of California, and she's an Amazon, right? So first house, ego, personality, self, right? Initiative, cardinal fire, creative fire, very initiatory, first sign of the zodiac, also the child of the zodiac. And with that comes the 6 of Cups. Now here we have Psyche of Eros and Psyche. There's, I'm pretty sure, a link in the description box to a YouTube video telling the myth of Eros and Psyche, a true love tale if ever there was one. And this is the 6 of Cups after after her husband Eros, the god of love, son of Aries and Aphrodite, hence the bow and arrow with Aries. She sees finally what he looks like after they've been married. He didn't want her to see that because everybody who sees Eros, the god of romantic love, instantly falls in love. He wanted to be loved for who he was, not just because of, the power that he embodies. So 6 of Cups is this wistfulness, is this looking back, as we often see with the 6 of Cups. Could be the return of somebody coming back and all of that. But I will say 6s numerologically are numbers of balance, right? So that is emotional balance. Like, think of the 6 of Swords. Like, nobody likes the suit of, the suit of swords, but that is a journey from choppy water to smooth, a mental balance and moving forward. This is the emotional aspect of it. And if you do not have any planets in Aries, then that really can talk about inner child work, maybe looking back at patterns from your childhood, because whatever is revealed to you, you are going to be carrying forward here, but with more wisdom, right? With more understanding and the free will and choice for self-love in a more radical way. And Six of Cups usually isn't very talkative that way, right? It's really probably more from the outside looking at you as a water sign saying, all right, now I can feel this coming into balance. Not at the Ten of Cups, but I'm at the Six of Cups. I'm more than halfway there. This is good. A lot of fire. Ooh, a lot of fire, right? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 6 cards. Yeah, that's called fire dominant. So let's get you a Matt Kahn healing mantra from the Ascended Masters of True Love. And there are a whole lot of them up there. So please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Ascended Masters override. Using the Matt Kahn healing mantra deck, I call upon the Ascended Masters of True Love on behalf of the Scorpio Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading. What is your guidance, your grace, your loving, wise message to the Scorpios and the cross-watchers in the form of a Matt Kahn healing mantra to help them make the wisest, most loving, empowered decisions navigating the True Love timeline for this True Love timeline read? Overcoming fear, I will transcend every loss. I got one of these in my 5-card draws, the Waxing Moon. So when I first got this, I was like, oh no, womp womp, right? I think it was Virgo, right? My Virgo sun sign. But now I see it completely different. It means that for where I am right now is I am transcending past losses. So, because overcoming fear, there is no Course in Miracles, I'm a teacher of Course in Miracles. Course in Miracles says that the opposite of love is fear, but what is all-encompassing can have no opposite, right? Because it's the illusion of separation, not the reality of separation, and the soul and the higher self know that, but the personality and the ego struggle with that, and that's just how it's written, apparently. So, overcoming fear, I will transcend every loss. Willpower, throat chakra, it's a choice. When fear is overcome, you are able to rest in the resilience of your soul, no matter how frustrated or inconvenienced your ego seems to be. And bingo was his name, oh, on a personal level. You are able to embrace each obstacle and circumstance as life's auspicious way of helping you become the one you were always destined to be. Jeez, man. In overcoming fear, every loss surely inspires a gain of insight for the evolution of your spiritual journey, which is another way of looking at the True Love timeline. This mantra is ideal for opening back up to life, right? So a shutdown, opening back up, which may very well be going on here. Healing chronic fatigue, helpful, and releasing cellular memories, because cellular memories are biochemical. They've been passed down for thousands and thousands of years, right? Like ancestral, societal, right? The fear of loss. Course in Miracles also says you cannot have a thought of lack without fear, or a thought of fear without lack. And if you really look at that, that's true. Whatever you're afraid of lack or loss, right? But in Rule 1, quantum, wantum, timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly, A Course in Miracles is a pure non-dualist text, and I'm a pure non-dualistic witch. Oh, I have fun, and all of that, but ultimately I know there's only one of us here. So, that's why the relationships, it's just us doing, well, you're hitting yourself. I'm the youngest of 4, I got a lot of that as a kid. So let's put this together in a blessimation, a combination of the word blessing and summation. If you're new to my work, came up with that one over on Patreon. That one's stuck in my third eye with crazy glue. And then we'll talk about some cool stuff afterwards. If you want to hang out for that, please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Pantheonic override. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine for the Scorpio Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers watching this video and drawn to this reading, may they be blessed with all that they need in the true love timeline to make the wisest, most loving, most empowering choices, decisions that they can make, particularly because they're coming from a place of transformation, rising from the ashes of the phoenix as a result of a page of wands, some perhaps incendiary message that they gave or received, because where they are right now, they've got that 8 of flames, burnout, fast moving fire, but can also mean they are burned out, overcommitted, and not enough fuel to get that right, ash. But from those ashes come new trees, particularly as a result of a revelation. The Judgment card, Hermes as psychopomp. Something is revealed in the physical world, and hence their intuition, lower 3 chakras, will be very revelatory, one would think, particularly as perhaps they go within with this Aries energy, that creative initiatory energy of the self, of the ego, of the personality, as perhaps they look back, or perhaps someone shows up from the past that really makes them go within and make a wise, loving, empowered decision as they overcome fear, because they will transcend every loss. So may they be blessed with all that they need to heal, to grow, to learn, to evolve, to be the best that they can be, to make the wisest, most loving, empowering decisions in their relationships. So true love conquers all. So true love heals all wounds. So true love breaks all curses, ancestral and otherwise, for their well-being, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So mote it be. And so it is. That had a little dark finish to it, didn't it? Well, it's a Scorpio read. What do you want? If you liked it, like it. It's going to help other Scorpios and cross-watchers find it, because that's what algorithms do. But Patreon is the land of no algorithm, and that's why I love it. It's so much fairer that if I'm going to put out content, people find it if they want it, right? All of my subscribers get the daily check-ins, the extended readings, and the extensive discount. We'll talk about that in a minute. They are wonderful. I love my patrons. We've got the digital shop there now. You do not need to be a subscriber to shop in the shop, when you can follow and get the public content, because I do put out public content on there as well. And again, the 2 free trials, Seeker and Human, $3, $5 a month. Respectively there, help support me in the work that I'm doing so I can keep doing what I love in this world. And I will do anything to help anybody on the true love timeline, because as one of us heals, all of us heal. So hang in there. You got the Scorpio card of the Death card behind you, and the Aries card within. By the way, ruled by Mars, but Scorpio used to be ruled by Mars as well before Pluto was discovered. So just keep that in mind as you go. Transformation across the board. Tens, well, no tens, but you know what I mean, across the board. So hang in there, do the healing. Wisest, most loving, most empowering choices you need, and it looks like those are going to be really for yourself first, as it should be. So hang in there, take the journey, reach out if you need help, and if you want, book me for a private session. There's a link in the description box. Booking private sessions with Mal will explain everything for you in an 11-minute video where I say over and over and over again, I've never turned anybody away because of lack of funds. Where there's a witch, there's a way. I'm a witch, so there's a way. So reach out. I'm here to help. Good luck with this. Heal, hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.